motherfuckers, I am back with another video. I know y'all thirsty bitches missed my smexy dexy asshole. Okay, now quench your thirst cause I'm back in business. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and if you want some special love then share this video.
Hey besties, it's your boy Light, it's your man's Light, it's your girl Light, it's your favorite person named Light.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a
I'm also not wearing my glasses, so I'm practically blind.
Okay, here's some emotional YouTubery things Light has to say.
Thank you for actually viewing it. It means a lot, and thank you for 2 subscribers. I know it's just 2, but it really means a lot because I didn't think anyone would subscribe, and the fact that 2 people did, I'm really happy. Anyways, so today's video is a very special video for me. It's a video that I'm really proud of, and I hope you guys will enjoy it.
Okay, so I was about to start the video, but then my dumb brain stopped working and decided to give y'all a life update. So here it goes, besties.
My mental health as a whole is not good. I'm going through lots of issues right now, and I'm not doing okay. And so, will I do anything about it? No. Will I run away from those problems? Yes. Will I message and text my best friend at like 2 a.m. and tell her like I feel like shit and cry on the phone and tell her? Yes. Yes, I will do that. Will I do stupid things that my best friend tells me not to do? Yes. Yes, I will. Will I listen to my best friend? No, I will not. Hotel Trivago. You know, my sleep paralysis said, hey bestie, what's cooking bestie? Ayy. Oh, my insomnia said, I'm going in tonight. Ayy, where's that pussy? Ayy. And other things have also been like, 안녕 자기, let me shake that booty. The other issues in my life have just been like, 안녕 자기, let me shake that booty. I'll shut up. You shut up. Am I going to deal with those problems? No. Because dealing with those problems is too much work. And so I'm a Usain Bolt on that bitch and just like run away from my problems.
Or maybe Light's just scared as shit and is trying act cool, when they really aren't slick as they think they are.
And what do you do when you want to run away from your problems? You go into another universe or dimension and basically deal with fictional characters, problems and issues and shit. So anime is my form of escapism. Bokuto's ass is way more important than my life problems. Watching 𝐒𝐃 𝐈𝐀 is way more important than sleeping. I'm gonna combine my love for anime and fashion and mix it all together and give you the best of both worlds. Yeah. I've been obsessed with Jujutsu Kaisen. So good. The characters are so good. The boys are hot. The girls are hot. The panda is hot. The villains are hot. The protagonists are hot. Everyone's hot, and you just fall in love with everybody.
Surprise 𝐒𝐿 being a simp yet again. Are we surprised yet? No.
I've never fallen with all characters that quickly in an anime. Now, if you're asking who I kin, it's a very difficult question, but I'd say probably Toji. Like, I've been feeling Toji. Like, Toji just hits different, you know what I mean? Like, Toji just breathes and I'm like, yes, get into it. No, but Toji is, wow. If he's a dad, why is he so hot? I also love Mahito. He's like I love Mahito, like please. He gives me so much life. I did cry when Junpei died because I wanted to see that Itadori and Junpei relationship, wholesome friendship, but no, they had to kill him. I love Gojo.
This bussy talk English, Spanish and French just for Gojo.
Gojo just, oh, the man he is. Oh, I I love Gojo a little too much, if you could not tell. Nanami, oh my god. And let's not get started about the girls. Ooh, Maki. Ooh, okay, I love everyone and I simp for like all of the characters.
This video might as well just be 20 minutes of light moaning.
I was thinking, what if Jujutsu Kaisen was a live action TV show? You know, what would the characters wear and how would I style them? Before I start this video, how I've kind of given everybody their sort of like outfits or their aesthetics is based on their personality and also based on just the vibe I get from the character.
Okay, anyways, starting with our first character, Itadori Eugene.
And literally he's like a little sunshine and I love him. He's literally like the cutest little thing ever. I love him. We see this right at the start of the anime when, you know, he saves Megumi's lives by eating Sukuna's fingers, even though he doesn't know Megumi. And like also like when he saves Nobara by the demon when they're in the house in Roppongi. He has a lot of empathy and sympathy towards people that he's not even known for that long. However, when Junpei dies, in that particular episode, we see the side of Yuji that we didn't know he really had. And that's when, you know, the first time he felt like a genuine desire to kill someone. I feel like if I had to put him in an aesthetic, it would probably be like hubbycore, kidcore. Hubbycore and kidcore are very similar, and that indie kid aesthetic. I don't really see him wearing dark colors. I feel like he'd wear bright colors, some pastels as well, and he kind of have a very simple outfit base, or just straight up like rainbow tie-dye sort of shirt. So this is something I'd feel like Itadori might wear. We wouldn't see Itadori in like a basic white sneaker. I'm thinking anything that has a little bit of color is something he'd definitely have. So I'm thinking the Nike sub dunks, the Nike blazers are shoes he'd wear. Jordans, obviously. I feel like he'd own lots of customized sneakers. So I found these pair of Nike Air Forces, I think, that were just customized and they had color blocking going on them. I feel like he'd definitely own like multiple pairs of Heelys. He'd have a lot of nostalgic, kitschy looking things. I feel like he'd also customize and draw on his own shoes as well. Like when we looked in the anime, it didn't seem like Itadori really had like this very like expensive life. I don't really see him wearing like some like really like cool Louis Vuitton, like those Louis Vuitton sneakers, or some of those like Chanel sneakers as well. Like I don't really see him wearing shoes like those. I see him just wearing Nikes, and I feel like those are more affordable and like just customized stuff that he'd probably paint on. I feel like he'd definitely own those Takashi Murakami flowers. I feel like he'd definitely own jeans, but the jeans have to be patterned. Instead of having those like metal like waist chains, he'd probably have the acrylic ones that are colorful and like are rainbow in color. I feel he'd have those. I also feel like he'd have like lots of cute like bucket hats and little knickknacks, like little kitschy stuff, very kidcore. I also feel like for accessories, he'd definitely wear cat ears or bunny, like those bunny hat. Like he'd wear that, and like those will kind of be gifts from when, you know, he hangs out with Gojo and Nobara, or what we could picture him wearing when they're, you know, after Junpei dies, or when he's in, you know, Sukuna's domain. I feel we'd really see very muted colors, and that's sort of the only time we'll see him wearing blacks. So I found this outfit that I think he could wear. It's like the white shirt with black pants, and then this like really muted kind of pastel green like shirt with like a lot more silver jewelry. I feel that's something we'd see. Sukuna is in his body, so he'd have to take some of Sukuna's aesthetic as well. Brands that we can really look for and like take a lot of inspiration for Itadori's look is lots of Jack Moose. Takashi Murakami like gift shop stuff is also something we can look at. We can look at Bape as well. We can also look at brands like ASOS as well. I wouldn't put him in a lot of designer clothing just because I feel like he can't afford it, in my opinion.
Moving right along, we have the one, the only Ryoman Tsukuna in the house.
Who is one of the main antagonists in Jujutsu Kaisen. He's a selfish selfish, cold-hearted, immoral, and exceptionally sadistic. Sounds like my kinks, but anyways. And like he also a lot of times taunts and insults Yuji. He's highly intelligent and manipulative, and we see that when he manipulates, when he takes Yuji's body hostage by tearing out his heart to force him into a binding vow. So when it came to making Sukuna's mood board and what I picture him and like his aesthetic, there was the obvious go the e-boy route about it, or go the really like emo route about it, but I felt like it wasn't enough. Hello Shadow, what's up? It didn't really bring out the villain. It was apparent that his style had to be completely different to that of Yuji, but I still wanted to incorporate the DIY element of Yuji's aesthetic in Sukuna. So I decided to do some more research and look at what we could really do, and that's when I came across the visual style or visual system. Obviously, Sukuna's main outfit is a kimono, and I wanted to take that kimono and make it new and modern and just add a lot of dimension and character to the kimono. So I really did some research and came across Jotaro
Saito, the king he is goddamn. He is a Japanese-based kimono and yukata designer. Before doing traditional Japanese clothing, he created Western-style garments as well. He decided to take Western street-style elements and traditional Japanese clothing to make beautiful kimono and yukata masterpieces.
A kimono or a yukata as something that, as like a main outfit that, you know, Sukuna would wear. So I thought leather jackets that have spikes on them, leather jackets that have like graffiti on them are stuff that he could wear. Again, it comes into that really sort of DIY element aesthetic, and I thought the spike showed that like danger that he has. I also was really interested and wanted to play and add on to Sukuna's domain. So his domain in the anime has this sort of rib cage, and there is like he's surrounded by skulls and skeletons. I wanted to have clothing that had elements of skeletons or had skeletal figures drawn on them. So I came across these sweatpants that are just really loose, because I feel like he'd wear really loose clothing, that have skeletons on them. Wearing lots of sheer clothing again also connotates for that like rebellion aesthetic, in my opinion. Like I also thought corsetry into that feminine androgynous vibe, so I found this Elizabethan time period corset, and it has a little ribcage embroidery, and I thought it was really fun. Also, there's this recent trend of corset, like ribcage corsets, which I thought we could really play along with that, and like, you know, that could probably be something he created with the skeletons. So I found this piece of this black skeletal acrylic sort of skeletal looking like top, which I thought we could really play around with. And then the most iconic thing was this iconic collection from Alexander McQueen in the 90s. It was this sort of skeletal sort of like corset ribcage thing, and that were worn on the dresses, and I thought that's something we could really play with. If he's wearing a very simple kimono or a simple yukata, we could just add that on top, and that could just elevate the look. And again, it plays into that like danger that he has, that all powerful, like he can actually kill people like that. I also thought very slim fitted coat style jackets could also really fit. He's wearing nothing, just sheer like top, like, and then those like leather jackets that like are like kind of fit like a coat, but they're very slim at the bodice. I thought that's something we could really play along with. I also thought these jeans, these are really popular jeans or pants that are like deconstructed at the bottom, so they have these big cutouts and there's like buckles. I also wanted him to wear those kurapika rings rather than having like just those crosses dangling down. I thought if we could have like skeletons dangling down or bones dangling down, I thought it would be really interesting as well. I also found these earrings, and this is more of that punk scene from like the 80s. I have safety pins, and there's like these little metal silver little like skeletons on them, and I thought that like having that all on both of his ears could again really play into that like death and ghastly vibe. I found some from his like latest collection, from his autumn winter collection, and I thought those could really fit because they all have white and black in them. this sort of street style yakuta that was styled, which I thought we could really work with. So it is a black yakuta, and instead of having those traditional ties, it has like a corset tied on it and gourmet belt around it, and I thought we could use that and then add the skeletal little brace from the Alexander McQueen collections. What are the brands that we should take lots of inspiration from? I'm thinking like lots and lots of inspiration from vintage. Jean-Paul Gaultier is like a classic, is a must.
Heavy references from Alexander McQueen. There is something sinister about old vintage McQueen collections. McQueen told his traumas through those pieces, and putting Tsukuna in that could be this juxtaposition about how he enjoys people's suffering.
We need the skeletal brace. Like anything from that actual collection would work for Tsukuna. Lots of Vivienne Westwood, and I'm talking vintage Vivienne Westwood, not the new Vivienne Westwood. Those are just a few brands. There are so many other brands that we could really reference and look and take inspiration from, but I think those are the brands that pop into my mind first.
Okay children, I'm only doing 2 characters because otherwise this will be 2 hours long. I'm really sorry. I really want to show you the other characters I styled, but I don't want to bore you. Light sad hours.
I hope you enjoyed this video. I put in a lot of effort and I really did research a lot into these aesthetics and into these characters and into these brands. I really hoped you enjoy it.
A few seconds of light being wholesome.
Look at the shadow. The shadow also says hi. Here you can receive my love. I hoped you liked what I created. If you have some video suggestions that you want me to do, sound off below. If you want me to continue this series, comment down below what other animes I should do. Comment down below your favorite anime. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see maybe another continuation of Jujutsu Kaisen Characters, comment down below your favorite Jujutsu Kaisen character and maybe I'll talk about it.
Out of context light. Anyways besties, thank you for watching this video. I'm sorry for only doing 2 characters. I'll do better next time. Thank you, I love you all and stay safe. Go to blast moi.